So while Shakespeare is kinder to Theseus than we initially thought he might be, he does not give Theseus the last word. After the play within the play, uh, which is wonderfully done. It's great to watch on stage. It's simply hilarious, including we enjoy even the aristocrats' gentle mocking of the performance of the rude mechanicals. They take on Theseus's spirit, which is, yes, they make fun of the rude mechanicals and their amateurish theatrics, but it's a gentle, welcoming kind of mocking. After that performance, Theseus interrupts, however, he says, "We don't need an epilogue. No epilogue." This is lines 351. "No epilogue, I pray you, for your play needs no excuse. Never excuse, for when the players are all dead, there need none to be blamed." And then he ends things by saying, "It's fairy time." And it is indeed fairy time. And Shakespeare concludes the play not with the aristocrats or not with the rude mechanicals, but with the fairy world, that magical space, that liminal intermediary space between the real and the divine. Remember that Shakespeare can't stage the divine in any kind of way, but he can stage fairies. And so he returns to Puck to give what is probably one of the most famous epilogues in the Anglo-American literary tradition. This is lines 415. "If we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here, while these visions did appear. And this weak and idle theme, no more yielding but a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend. If you pardon, we will mend. And as I am an honest Puck, if we have unearned luck, now to escape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends before long. Else the Puck a liar call. So good night unto you all. Give me your hands, if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends." In short, give me your hands, applaud for us. Accept this as you will, or as you like it, or in some way that you will. That's always Shakespeare's gesture. He doesn't force his play on an audience. He asks for their participation. He asks for their communion in this strange activity, but a very real activity, not unlike a church ceremony where people gather in a call and response frame and join together in a participatory manner and engage with a dream, an art, a communal activity that's not entirely rational or not entirely practical in a world that had to be rational and practical just to stay alive. But this was a part of life that Shakespeare asks his audience to embrace. They've just seen this play, they've just participated in it. Take it for what it is. Don't try to transform it into something else. That's what the theater is. That's what art is. If you try to make it something other than it is, you do violence to it. Much in the same way, if we try to make other people, or when we try to relate to other people and make them into some version of ourselves, which we often do, correct? We tend to see in others or read into others our own version of them. And this is specifically what Shakespeare via Puck is asking an audience not to do. He's simply saying, accept this play for what it is. Pardon. Forgive us. Join us. Give me your hands, both in terms of a handshake, a welcoming sort of gesture, but also in that universal symbol of acceptance and respect and even gratitude, which is applause.